Welcome back to On Gaming and Nerdery as we play the Gekokujo mod, rather, of Mountain Blade Warband. When we last left our hero Elisha, we had just completed, we had just completed our, we had just beaten a bunch of looters with our clubs and rocks. Now we are selling items to merchants. This is the merchant screen, essentially. This is the weapons merchant who sells weapons. Duh. He sells weapons. So. And when you control click, you can automatically sell items rather than drag him over like this. It's a lot more convenient. So we'll just sell our cheap weapons. Only gives us 6, but that's fine. Wait, no, return. Armor merchant. You don't have to sell items to their specific merchant, but I like to do it because it makes me feel good about myself. Tattered field clothes, ragged field clothes, sturdy field clothes. Which is sturdy. Can hang on to the sturdy because ragged men's clothes, thick men's clothes, field clothes, ragged field clothes. Can hang on to the sturdy field clothes because we may run into companions in the future who could use them. Got 42 for that. We're going to go back to the inn. And we're going to go recruit Gonosuke here. Apologies if rude to you. Might I be, what can you do? It sounds like you can do the job. We'll give you 200. These are still only 54, but we'll get it back fast, soon enough. Because we have a man here who's a proper samurai, as you can tell. He has a katana and everything. Alright. Ganmaro, Genro Puro. Okay, Takichi! Okay. Excellent! You have hired enough men to take on the bandits. Now, travelers entering Yamada have told us that there's a small group of robbers lurking on the outside of town. I suspect they are all from the same band, the one that took Gengoro. Hunt them down and defeat them and make them disclose the location of the lair. I could ask him why don't you come with us, but he just acts like a dick. So let's learn where the hostages are held. Oh, looters! First we're gonna get the band of robbers, though. What do you want? I've been looking for you. Tell me where you keep your prisoners and I'll let you go. Ha! Those prisoners are only going free if you pay their ransom. Did you bring any silver? No, but I brought steel. Alright. Let's charge the enemy. We outnumber them more than 2 to 1. Okay. Everyone just hold this position. No, I'm not going to even bother splitting up everyone. Alright, so the basics of Mountain Blade Warband combat. You've seen a bit from the videos I've done already. But essentially, when you're wielding a weapon, you can attack with it in one of 4 ways, except for, like, weapons like I'm holding right now, incidentally. You got your right swing, relatively slow attack, but as long reach, and hits for a little more damage. The left swing is a quicker attack, has shorter reach though. You have your overhead, which is decent reach, and is a little harder to counter just because most people don't prepare for the overhead swing. And then there's the stab, which I cannot do for you right now, because I don't have a weapon for it. But I think you saw me try it with my Tanto a couple of times. So, wait, do you still have my Tanto? Yes. So we're just going to grab that real quick. This is our field luggage, by the way. We can change weapons out, change our gear out there. Yes, and there's the stab. It has decent reach. It's quick like the left swing. And, usually has piercing damage properties, except for certain weapons. Stab you! No! Stab you! No! God, charge! Everyone charge! God! Oh God, kill them! I just made a terrible mistake! And those are the basics of your combat. Your offensive techniques. I'll show you defensive in a moment. Spare me! Spare my life! Let me go and I'll go far away from here and learn an honest trade. You never hear from me again. I really don't care what you do with your life, sir. Just, I'd like you to tell me what I want to know. I'll spare your life, but in exchange I want information. Either you or your friends kidnapped the brother of a prominent merchant in town. Tell me where you're hiding him, and I'll give me your word that you'll stop bothering people, and you can go free. Oh, thank you, sir, thank you. I'm not a sir. We've done him no harm. We've been keeping him in our hideout near Uji. I'll describe the area nearby in detail so there's no mistaking it. 12 items left in the pool. There's a rusty tanto. We'll take that. Ragged field clothes. We'll take that. Sturdy men's clothes. We'll take that. Tattered field clothes. We'll take that. Tattered field clothes. We'll take that. We're done. Because everything else is too cheap to really be worth it. Leave items in the item pool and continue. See, there's the kidnapper's hideout. It's appeared because we've been told about it. Soldiers are ready to upgrade. We'll get Oda Veteran Spearman now. That's the max rank, incidentally. You see there's no more upgrade options now. Alright, we'll move him up because I'd like to have my companions up next to me in the list. Because in the list, whoever's on top of the list is more likely to appear in battle. It's not guaranteed. Usually whoever's like in the top, like maybe 10, 15 slots maybe, is usually guaranteed to appear in battle. But after that, there's a descending chance of certain units appearing until like reaches 0. Anyway, all right. First, looters! Looters! Surrender or die, looter! You're not prepare to die. You just told me. All right, everyone, follow me. Nothing like that period music, right? It's a couple of complaints I've heard about this particular mod. Is that the music is sort of this odd mixture of contemporary sounding Japanese music and modern Japanese music. Realistically, I don't mind it too much because the music in general the music choices are good, but it would be nice if there was if it did sound a little more medieval, feudal at times. There's a veteran spearman, seeing the little banner armor, and it's nice. It looks nice too, pretty cool looking. Anyway, back to combat. So, in addition, we have 4 attack types. Our defending types when you're wielding a weapon without a shield. You have the left block, blocks right swings. The right block blocks left swings. The up block, which blocks overheads, and down blocks, which blocks stabs. In general, I have my controls set to that guy is naked. I just took an arquebus to the crotch. Actually, I don't understand how he just kept walking. Anyway. Take that. Oh, he's unconscious. And essentially those 4 blocks are guaranteed to protect you from any attack except for an attack from a large hammer. We'll talk about Crush Through when it becomes relevant. Ah, we won. Victory! 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 And those 4 maneuvers, attack and defense, are the very basics of your combat. I use as I was saying before, I use the multiplayer standard, which is your movement keys control your attack direction, and your mouse movement controls your defense direction. I'm used to it, and it's effective. It ensures that you don't try to do the Temper Tanto. I'll take that. That's a very nice weapon. It's a very high value. It's not going to be this much when I try to sell it, but it's very nice. So I'll take that. Sturdy Sugegasa, nice. It gives me 4 head armor now. Okay, everything's cheap now. Got some nice items from that last looting there. That's good. It's good. Also, party skill. Oh, here's another thing. Party skills. Essentially, these are the skills that affect how your party performs in the field and whatnot. Trade affects the prices you get in markets. Engineer affects how quickly you can build siege weapons. And build buildings when you control a town. We'll get to that one day. First aid controls how much HP you recover after a fight. Wound treatment affects how fast you recover HP after you've been wounded. Pathfinding increases your overland map speed. And Hyoganosuke's spotting skill affects how far you can see on the overworld map. So, for example, I can't see any parties. Manhunters. I don't know. I was trying to find a party that we'll find it later. So, anyway, let's save and let's go to the Napper of Kids hideout. Didn't sound right. You approached a hideout. I'm not going to finish reading that because I've already read it a million times, and I forgot to read it to you guys anyway. All right, guys. The arquebus guy will just keep shooting. We'll try to put some long-range support as we attack the bandits. Banditos. The 20 banditos or something. I don't know. I'm being weird. You're dead. Right to the face that comma just went. I said like Yoda. What? I have a rock being thrown at me. Where's it being thrown from? Come out here, you rock-throwing coward. Where's the enemies? Ugh, they're all spread out. Of course they are. So I'm just gonna follow my men because I'm kind of badly hurt right now. I have... What? Allah! What did I just say? Good thing is wielding a Tonto, he can't block, so it means I can just kind of spam him down. Granted, the one benefit of weapons that can't block usually is that they can, they have like a really high speed. I'll get into weapon stats in a moment. I'll get into weapon stats once we loot the bandit camp. But Arquebus guy, why are you not shooting enough? We need to get rid of these guys. And you guys, stop kind of dicking around over there. We need to kill our enemies, these looters. There's still 2 left, but I'm assuming more are going to spawn once we kill another one or both. All right, spear guy, lead us in, or I'll do this. There you go. See, you can do it. Oh, there's a fighting up there. I hope there's only. Oh, no, there's... Oh, wait, no, well, we won. You just saw might have seen a red dot on the thing, but this is actually Gengoro. Thank you, Tono, for rescuing me from these fiends. Did my brother Yamada put you on the... onto the track? Yes, I told him I would find you. I advise you to return to your family as quickly as you can, and be careful on the road. Okay. Access the items on the ground. You got a full items... Oh, it's nothing useful. It's all just sucky stuff. Told me we get something nice. I'll get some... Oh, I forgot I have stones. Alright. Well, I guess we'll just get some of the sucky stuff and... 11, 10, 9, so... Nothing else is really worth it. I mean, I guess we could top it off because we're just going to be selling it all anyway. Leave because we have no more space. And black screen. There we go. I just realized my FPS counter is up in the upper left corner, incidentally. Alright. Party. Oda Village Recruit. We shall make another gunner. Now we're going to save, and we're going to head to Yamada. So we can talk to the merchant after we sell our crap. Because we have a lot of crap. Alright. Oh, wait, there's a heavy comma. Take that since it's my only weapon right now. Rusty Tonto. Tempered Tonto, as you can see, its sell price is 163. It's a lot better than usual, than we usually get, so... Oh, sell that Rusty Tonto. There we go. Now we're going to sell armor. Men's clothes, tattered field clothes, ragged. Also, if you notice these thick, these like the old modifiers, thick, tattered, ragged, they all indicate the quality of the item. Obviously, thick and reinforced and hardened are all superior forms of this particular type of armor. Well, anything without, like you can get a sense of what the base stats are if something doesn't have such a modifier. Anyway. Also, food. Food is vital to your party's longevity because they have to eat. If they don't eat, morale drops until they start deserting on you. Alright, so weapon stats. In this case, I'm looking at my Nagitana that I started with. It gives you... Its weapon type. This is a polearm. Can't use a shield with it. It gives you a sell price. Then it gives you its weight. The weight affects its chances of stunning opponents. Stunning essentially causes the opponent to kind of like temporarily, really briefly drop a block, which can be very useful if you're like teaming up against an opponent because you can get through the drop block or like the disrupted block and damage them. It can be pretty bad. The weight also affects how quickly they're usually used because it really doesn't affect that. Who am I kidding? I'm just saying that like there's a tie between weight and the speed rating they usually people give a weapon. Beneath the weight is the damage. In this case, Nagitana has a swing damage of 38, cut, that's what the C stands for, and thrust damage of 14, which does 14 pierce. Cutting damage is essentially your run-of-the-mill damage. You're going to see cutting the most. But it's less effective against higher armor values. But it'll be devastating against anything that doesn't have high armor. Piercing damage breaches armor pretty easily. Usually, though, usually piercing weapons are a little harder to hit with, either because they're shorter, or because the stab is has less reach than any other attack type. And there's a speed rating, how fast you can use the weapon, and then the weapon reach, which is how far the weapon reaches. I don't really know what the actual, I don't know what the number really stands for either speed or weapon reach. But essentially, and then you got your strength requirement. I got a requirement of 12, I only have 10, I think, so, you know, I can't use that yet. Alright, let's visit the inn. Gonmaro, okay. Takichi, we're gonna save. Takichi! Well, Gengoro is home safe. I'm not sure what to do with him. Maybe pack him off to a temple outside the province. That way, if he gets knocked on the head in a street brawl, no one can say it's my fault. But that's not your problem. Here's the rest of your reward. It was well earned. The money is most welcome. I am glad to have been of service. Good. Now you're interested in making some more? Possibly. What do you need? Remember I told you the bandits had an ally inside the walls? I think I know who it is. The samurai in charge of the watch, no less. Some months ago, this samurai, seeing the amount of profit we merchants were making from trade across the frontiers, decided to borrow some money to sponsor a caravan. Unfortunately, like many who are new to commerce, he failed to realize that great profits only comes with great risk. So he sank all his money into the most expensive commodities, and of course his caravan was captured and looted, and he lost everything. As a consequence, it seems our samurai turned to villainy to recoup his fortune. I suppose I do the same if, God forbid, I ever faced indebtedness and ruination. Now, if the samurai was worth a stipend, he would have had a few thieves and robbers on his payroll to inform the rest, but our samurai decided to employ these bastards wholesale. He brings them to town, lets them do as they will, and takes a share of the take. You've heard of poachers turning gamekeepers? Well, in the unfortunate land of Japan, it's not his gamekeepers will turn poacher. Luckily, there are still a few brave, honest souls in the watch who've told me how he works. Now, here's my plan. I could bring this to the attention of Great Lord Oda and Lord of the City, but that would mean an investigation. My word against the samurais, and witnesses can be brought and evidence destroyed, or maybe the whole thing will be forgotten if the enemy comes across the border again. And all I'll get from trouble is a knife in the ribs. In times of war, you'll see a great lord's eye wanders far from his domain and his subjects suffer. So I've got another idea. I've got a small group of townsfolk together, some men in my employ and some others who've lost relatives to these bandits, and we'll storm the samurai's home and bring him in chains before Great Lord Oda, hopefully with a few captured bandits to explain how things stack up. All I need now is someone who can lead my little army into battle, and I can't think of anyone better than you. So what do you say? How do I know you're telling me the truth? Well, I suppose it's possible I found a dozen bandits who were willing to give their lives to give a passing stranger a false impression of life in old Yamada. Well, I guess you can't really know if my word is good, but I reckon stop messaging me, Drake. Ugh. But I reckon you've learned that now my money is good, and there's another 100 mon, or maybe a bit more, that's waiting for you if you'll do me this last little favor. So what do you say? Alright, I'll lead your men. Excellent! It's been a long time since I staked so much on a single throw of the dice, and frankly I find it exhilarating. My men are ready to move on your word. Are you ready? Yes, give them the sign. Good! This is probably a bad idea because I have only like half health. Now, strike hard, strike fast, and the samurai and his henchmen won't know what hit them. May the heavens be with you. You leave the tavern and go out to the streets. Nervous-looking young men are waiting in every street corner. You can see they have daggers and clubs concealed under their clothes, and catch a mixture of fear and anticipation of pride in the quick looks they throw at you as you pass by. Praying that your enemies have not been alarmed that it's all too obvious bunch of plotters, you check your weapons for one last time and prepare yourselves for the action ahead. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. You can see the bandits are right here. We're gonna hit this one right off the bat. Oh, Takichi! You're being bludgeoned! As you can tell, it's actually just a bunch of... As you can tell, the fighters in the street here are just a bunch of just normally spawning townspeople without weapons for the most part. It usually means they tend to get killed in high numbers. I'm just gonna let them punch him. Or, okay, Takichi can kneel down. Damn it, get out of my way! Damn it, you bloody idiots. Where's the last one? Oh, they're all dead. The remaining few bandits scatter off to the town's narrow alleys, only to be hunted down one by one by the angry townsfolk. Making sure that your victory is complete, all the wounded have been taken care of. You and the merchant head to his house to review the day's events. Takichi! Ha! Well done. I saw at least 3 of the enemy go down before you. You keep fighting like that and you'll make quite a name for yourself in this land. Unfortunately, about 5 of my lads got themselves wounded. I should go look in on them. Let every villain learn to fear the name of Elisha. Yes, yes. Now, a couple of my boys are the watch captain pinned down in the back room with a knife at his throat. I'll need to drag him before Great Lord Oda and explain what this breach of the peace is all about. You don't need to be part of that, though. I'll tell you what. If all goes well, I'll meet you at the tavern again shortly and let you know how it all came out. If you don't see me in the tavern, but instead see me ahead and spike over the city gate, I'll assume you know enough to stay out of town for a while and forget this whole episode ever happened. So, hopefully we'll meet again. Okay. So, alright, let's go to the inn, because he's going to be there anyway. It's going to be there automatically. Gunmaro, go to Kichi. Ah, Laisha. Things didn't go quite so well as I had hoped. Great Lord Oda couldn't quite find it in him to overlook my little breach of the peace. Always grateful enough that I got rid of his crooked captain, a samurai who will let in bandits who will let in an enemy army if the price is right. But he can't exactly have me running around here as a lasting reminder of his failure to take care of things himself. This seems fair. Fair? This is Japan, my girl! Daimyo do what they will, and the rest of us do as they must. He didn't string me up, but instead gave me the time to sell my properties, even put in a word with the other merchants that he'd best pay me a fair price too. That's gracious enough, and his daimyo go. But he's a weak daimyo, and as they all are here, and weak daimyo must always look to the authority first and justice second. I suppose I'd do the same in his shoes. Anyway, I wouldn't go rubbing your part in this affair in Great Lord Oda's face, but he's taken note of you and decided you're not worth hanging, and that's something into which I'll raise a cup any day of the week. He might even have work for you further down the road, or you can sell your sword to one of his competitors. Anyway, I hope you've learned a bit about what it'll take to stay alive in this troubled land, and I suspect that the money you earn won't go to waste. Good luck. And that's it with the merchant. That's how the merchant quest goes every single time. Anyway, I don't have a lot of money. I have 750 actually. That's not too bad. But I need to boost my my fighting capability. So it's time for us to go adventuring because the opening quest is done. Now we're pretty much in an open world. We are currently in Oda clan territory. I think we're going to go into Miyoshi clan territory now, though. We're going to go to Nara. Alright. Actually, let's check something real quick. First, we're going to save. Alright, I've been recording for 21 minutes now, so I want to keep the Mountain Blade videos shorter than the Third Age Total War videos because, you know, I think like strategy games, you kind of do have to like kind of set up for the long haul. But for games like this, you want them in quick bursts. So, looters! Gonna kill you in a minute! So what we're gonna do is we're gonna end it here. Unfortunately, I wish I had a dual monitor so I could keep track of how long I've been recording. Unfortunately, I don't really have an effective clock near me. I'm going to change that soon, probably. But remember to like, to comment, to subscribe, and join me next time as we explore more of Japan in the Gekokujo mod.